G'day guys! Today we're taking a look at an awesome 3D first-person dungeon crawler for the Game Boy Advance, Inheritors of the Oubliette. This was released by Mahao Shaojo over on itch.io for free, along with the original source code, without an option for a donation. As always, I will link it down in the description below. When you first turn it on, you are greeted with a pretty neat 3D animation which brings you straight to the title screen. From here, you can start a new game, load an existing save, or access the limited settings menu, where you can change the display mode, which is meant to make it look better on different devices, like on the original Game Boy Advance's dark screen, or on an SP or modern emulator. You can also access this menu in-game from the pause menu. When starting a new game, you spawn directly in the dungeon, but when taking your first step forward, you are given some short dialogue boxes explaining the story, where a portal which only opens once every 10,000 years has let you travel to this faraway ancient training ground labyrinth, and you are to find some crystals to take back to your clan. The controls are pretty straightforward. The D-pad moves you around with the L and R buttons, either strafing or turning, depending on what you selected in the config menu. The A button interacts with the environment and selects menu items, with B cancelling out of menus. Pressing start brings up the main pause menu, which shows you your stats, allows you to equip weapons, armor, and spirit crystals, use spirit techniques which you will learn later on in the game, as well as save your progress or access the config menu. While traversing the dungeon, you will randomly encounter enemies, similar to the old Final Fantasy games, where battles are turn-based, giving you plenty of time to think about what the best action to take is. Most of the time, this is simply mashing the A button, or trying to run from the battle if your health is low. Thankfully, the game remembers your last menu selection in battle, so if you run away from the last battle, then escape will be the default action in the next battle, which I thought was a great quality of life feature. Not all battles can be fled, and you will need to fight certain mobs to continue the story. If your characters run out of health, you will game over and be taken back to the main title screen, so it's important to save often. The graphics remind me of early Flash games, which is not necessarily a bad thing, and some people might prefer this over the usual dark and gritty atmosphere found in most dungeon crawlers. Overall, this is a very well made 3D first-person dungeon crawler for the Game Boy Advance, and it's a welcome addition, especially considering how few there actually are for older systems. If you're a fan of dungeon crawlers, or just 3D Game Boy Advance games in general, then this one is definitely worth checking out. I think that'll do it for today. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.